Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is promising something rare for federal workers after the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. $10,000 bonus checks for some TSA officers who kept showing up through the crisis. The shutdown lasted 43 days and ended this week when Donald Trump signed a funding bill to reopen the government and after Democrats caved. Hundreds of thousands of federal workers either stayed home or worked without pay, including about 50,000 TSA officers and 13,000 air traffic controllers who were still expected to keep planes moving while their paychecks were frozen. The standoff started when Democrats in Congress pushed to extend Affordable Care Act insurance subsidies in the spending bill, and Republicans absolutely refused. Neither side backed down, and as the fight dragged on in Washington, the real impact landed on workers and travelers. And today, Noem traveled to George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston and in front of cameras and a line of uniformed officers started handing out $10,000 checks. She said the money will go to TSA officers who, quote, showed exemplary service during the shutdown, meaning they took extra shifts, showed up consistently, and helped coworkers get to work even when everyone else knew there was no paycheck coming. Noem says the goal is to help families get back on their feet after 6 weeks without pay, when some workers were struggling with mortgages, childcare, and basic bills. The bonuses, she said, will be funded with leftover savings from contracts the department renegotiated. But this is not a bonus for every TSA workers. Noem estimated that tens of thousands of people across the agency could be eligible, but the Department of Homeland Security has not released a full list of who qualifies or exactly how they'll decide. Reporting so far also makes clear that some details are still unsettled, including when this money will actually hit people's accounts. What we do know is that the shutdown put real strain on the system. TSA staffing shortages left some airports, including Houston, with hours-long security lines and closed checkpoints. Flight reductions and a lack of air traffic controllers led to thousands of delays and cancellations nationwide as a standoff in Washington dragged on. Now, TSA officers are finally getting their back pay, and a smaller group will see this extra $10,000 on top. For those families, it is a huge relief, and for everyone else who also waited through those 43 days and won't see a bonus, it's a stark reminder that even when the government reopens, the recovery is uneven. Independent media takes a lot of time and a lot of care, about 4 hours for every single story you see posted here. We don't have sponsors or big donors. All we have is that coffee affiliate link. So if you believe in the work that we are doing, please consider joining our community on Patreon, YouTube, Facebook, or TikTok, whatever is best for you. Your support helps us keep going, doing journalism for the people and not for profit.